afu watujulishe tutaelekea namna gani tukienda mbele, kwa sababu hata tukiwa na koti, we must always remember there is public interest. Public interest, manufaa kwa umma ni nini? Hata wakitoa uamuzi ni lazima watoe wakifikiria mambo ya public interest. Na mimi si kusoma uamuzi huo wote, lakini pahali kidogo nilipoona hapa na pale kuna yale ya kisheria, lakini kuna mengine yalikuwa kama ni siasa inachezwa. Sasa ni vizuri wataalamu wetu wadadisi hiyo ruling. Kama ni kupiga rufani, basi watatujulisha kama wataenda kwa rufani. Kwa hivyo ile laini ilikuwa naenda ambayo najaribu kusema kwamba he does not have the goodwill of the nation at heart, hiyo nimeshangaa. He has the goodwill of the nation at heart. You may disagree with him, but surely to accuse him of not having the goodwill of the nation at heart is stretching it too far. Tunaenda kutafuta nani atakuwa rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. Si mtume makachero wenu saa hii waanze kuchunguza nani mwizi wa ng'ombe, nani mufisadi, nani muongo, nani hana heshima, nani anatukana yule ambaye amemlisha. Mkono ambao unakulisha wewe ndio unatukana. Wewe unataka kumrithi baba yako na baba yako bado yuko hapo. Wewe wacha ukora wewe.
Moving on, a section of leaders allied to the Deputy President William Ruto have lauded the High Court declaration terming the BBI constitutional amendment process illegal and unconstitutional. According to the leaders, Jubilee's woes began when President Uhuru Kenyatta shook hands with ODM leader Raila Odinga in March 2018. The leaders claim Kenyatta's newly found allies from the opposition have been misleading the head of state. However, Mathira Member of Parliament Rigathi Gachagua has asked Kenyatta to exit the BBI train to continue with his initial Big Four agenda.
Ndio tuzisome, tuzielewe. Kwa hivyo sisi ambao tulisema la, sio kusema ati hatumuheshimu rais. Sisi tulikuwa tunaambia rais ukweli. Wale walikuwa wanadanganya rais ndio walimuweka kwa hii shida sasa. Wale wanamzingira. Lakini sisi tulikuwa tunamwambia ukweli kwa sababu tunampenda.
Hata kule bunge mtu asikundanganye chama. Mtu asikwambie chama kuna chama ya serikali. Vile viti tulikuwa wale watu tuliweka hiyo serikali yote ilichukuliwa na watu wa ODM.
Mambo ya Jubilee tulikuwa huko. Saa ile tulipata mgeni akakuja akabomoa nyumba yetu. Ndio tukatafuta nyumba ingine ya kukaa kwa sababu hatuwezi kaa kwa mvua. Na koti imeamua hii BBI haitakikani. Kwa hivyo tungetaka kuuliza serikali yetu tukufu turudi kwa ile mambo yetu ya Big Four, mambo ya kufufua uchumi. Ndio ile muda umebaki wa serikali ya Jubilee mwezi 13 mwezi 14 tujaribu kuweka pesa kwa mfuko ya wananchi. Mambo ya BBI imezama, hiyo tuachane naye, tuende mambo ya uchumi.
Campaign for the Bonchari parliamentary by-election have entered the home stretch, with campaigns officially closing on midnight today. At least 52,600 registered voters are set to participate in the by-election to pick their member of parliament from a pool of 13 candidates. However, due to party popularity, the battle is now shaping into a 3-horse race between Zebedeo Opore of Jubilee, Pavel Oimeke of ODM, PM, and UDA's Teresa Bitutu. Speaking during a meeting with Bonchari youth, Zebedeo Opore, in last-minute efforts to woo voters, sold his manifesto to the locals. The seat fell vacant on February the 15th after the demise of John Oro Oyoka, who succumbed to a long illness. This as the High Court on Friday ruled that the IEBC lacks quorum to conduct a by-election.
Na ombi langu ni kwamba fanye election kwa njia ya amani bila fujo.
Wiki inakuja, kila mtu aende, tushikane mkono, tuseme Mungu ni mzuri, tumepata kiongozi.
We have made a resolution that we will support Zebedeo John Opore,
lakini kwa sababu tunapenda Bonchari na hatukufurahia jinsi yenye ODM ilifanya ama ilitupatia candidate, tumeamua kusupport candidate wa Jubilee.
Still on matters politics, voters in Mogoga Ward, Kabete, Kiambu County have today turned up in large numbers at various polling stations in the area with nominations for the UDA party candidate who is set to contest in the upcoming Mogoga by-election underway. The exercise that will continue until 4 p.m. has attracted 7 contestants who are seeking to fill the shoes of former Mogoga MCA Eliud Ngoge.
So we have 7 aspirants who are competing, and they seem to have done their campaign properly because we are seeing very good turnout. We are expecting maybe slightly over 50% turnout of the voters who are in Mogoga, registered in Mogoga Ward. So we are happy that the registration process that we have been taking in UDA has actually just been able to popularize the party at the grassroots level, and that is the result of what we are seeing today.
Elsewhere, local leaders in Garissa County are appealing to the national government, donors and well-wishers to rush to the aid of residents who are grappling with the harsh effects of a persistent drought in the region. Speaking at Modogashe town, the leaders led by area MCA Ali Gure have expressed fears that mitigation efforts by the county government are increasingly being overwhelmed by the biting crisis. Already, schools and hospitals in Lagdera sub-county have been shut down owing to a water shortage crisis, with the possibility of an eruption of border clashes and a scramble for water and pasture among residents in the offing.
Serikali kuu pamoja na serikali ya county wote wasimame imara na wakuje kuangalia vile hali ya Lagdera iko. Hali huko ni kubaya. Nilikuwa jana pale kwa ile msala ya Idi na hali haipendezi kabisa. Ukame pala imezidi, hali ni kubaya.
Nimeambia wananchi hii mvua inaonekana mwaka huu si mzuri. Tunataka tuombe Mungu ili atupatie mvua.
On to a rather disturbing story. Students at Uhuru Boys High School in Uhuru Estate, Nairobi County are grappling with the flooding of raw sewer in the school due to illegal structures constructed along the sewer line. According to the school's principal, Duncan Juma, the illegal structures have been constructed by the neighboring community and they have interfered with the river flow and the sewer system, thereby causing the sewer to overflow into the school during the rainy season. The school management now wants NMS and NEMA to intervene in the matter and provide a long-lasting solution to the sewer problem.
Of challenges with the sewage system. There is a discharge of sewage
especially on the upper side of along the fence, that is they are discharging the raw sewer to the school, and especially when it rains, we have a problem even of accessing this side from the dome side when boys come this side, because the whole place is flooded with waste, human waste, which is really a problem. The other thing is as you come from the gate, the main gate, there's a lot of storm drainage that comes into the compound, and it sweeps the whole road, especially the road that goes to the boarding section. We put maram every now and then. After 3-4 months it is swept away, because that water cannot be able to flow anywhere, because people have done illegal structures along the fence where there was the drainage that was actually pushing that water to the main drainage. So now there is no drainage, and therefore that water is forced to get into the compound through the gate, and then it sweeps the whole road. Actually, that road is so bad now that you can't go to the other side driving.
Farmers in Nakuru County are set to benefit once the ongoing construction of the Elementaita Mau Narok Road is complete. The 24-kilometer road under construction cuts across Njoro constituency and is being done at a cost of slightly above R1 billion shillings. The road is said to open up the area and attract more investors, thus boosting job opportunities for many people, and farmers from Mau Narok and Kongasis will have easy access to the market for their farm produce. Nakuru County Commissioner Erastus Mboi said the project is a boost to development stimulus through reduced transport costs and travel times. He further stated that farm produce from the neighboring counties of Narok and Kericho to Nakuru will reach the market sooner once the road under construction is complete.
Lakini kwa bei nafuu, kwa sababu nyakati ambazo barabara ni nzuri na hata bei ya nauli inashuka. Kwa hivyo watu wengi wanafaidika. Serikali hii ni serikali ambayo inaangazia miradi sana, kwa sababu bila miradi ya kuweza kuweka muundo msingi, basi ni maendeleo hayawezi kupatikana.
Tuseme manufaa ni makubwa kuhusiana na hii daraja na barabara yote hiyo kilomita 22, kwa sababu kwa leo ukitoka Nairobi kama unaenda Narok ni rahisi sana kupita hapa. Inafupisha. Ukitoka Nakuru pia kama unataka kwenda Narok unaweza, ama ukitoka pande ya Naivasha, unajua kuna mahusiano mengi ambayo tuko nayo katikati yetu na Narok. Kwa hivyo hii barabara itakuwa barabara muhimu.
A quarter past the hour, we take our first very quick breather. Don't go too far away, as we have a lot more lined up for you in our international news segment. See you on the other side.
You are watching TV47, the home of untold stories. Accelerate.
Raukia siku njema na tunukiwa offers kila siku. Pata offers zote mahali pamoja ili uongeze zaidi, utume SMS zaidi na ubrowse zaidi.
Wewe usijali. Tuma namba ya kila supplier kwa hiyo soko. Nitajua nitaongea na kila mmoja wao.
Very good. Piga *444# utunukiwe Credo double.
Raukia siku njema na tunukiwa ofa kila siku.
As the country gears up for possible BBI referendum and 2022 general elections,
as the salvos enter a too familiar territory,
William Ruto will serve his 5 years term as the deputy president.
Pundits Night is here to give you powerful, thought-provoking political commentaries.
The mountain can produce a country.
Give Moses Kuria a chance to respond. Let me ask you this. Are you not taking advantage of first my situation?
You talk about the people with the ultimate power.
Kikuyus will vote for somebody from outside their community.
Thank you for staying with us. Baringo County Governor Stanley Kiptis has appealed to the locals in flood-prone areas to relocate to safer grounds following the heavy rains being experienced in some parts of Baringo. The governor's appeal comes in the wake of fears of loss of life and property in areas of Ngambo, Salabani and Kiserian in Baringo South, which are already experiencing flooding following heavy rains. Water levels in Lake Baringo and Lake Bogoria is also set to rise above normal due to heavy downpour.
Wananchi wa hapa tafadhali tujilinde. Nauliza mpaka Marikata, mahali flooding saa zingine husumbua watu sana. Watu ya Leboi, watu wa Aljamus community kule Muktali, Serian, wakae chonjo. Sisi ambao tunaishi nyanda za juu milimani kule Jemorgong, huko yote Kiptagich, mpaka sehemu zile za North Baringo milima, tukae tukijihadhari. Inaweza katika iletee sisi mahaba. So mimi naomba, sababu tumepewa warning na Meteorological Department, jemeni tukae tukikuwa na njia ya kujizuia. Tafadhali kukinga kuliko kufanya nini? Kwenda kutibu. Maana tujui kama tutapoteza muda.
News just in, Murang'a Senator Irungu Kang'ata is addressing the press on matters of BBI. Let's cross over what is happening.
Said in my letter has been affirmed by a court of law. I would urge Kenyans to always listen to the experts. Remember, I happen to be a PhD holder in constitutional law. And what I said, by the way, was later on echoed by other entities. First, people are describing the judgment by the High Court as shocking. It's not shocking at all, because it only mirrors what I had stated in my letter. Also, to a certain extent, the majority report that was done by the Joint Committee of National Assembly and the Senate. Also, the two experts who advised Joint Parliamentary Committee of Legal and Human Rights, that is Professor Kameri Mbote and also Dr. Ondote. Also, it mirrors some of the submissions that were done on the floor of the Senate by senior counsels like James Orengo, Senator Wetangula, Senator Omogeni. They all raise fundamental issue critiquing the BBI process. The difference is myself and the court of law were courageous, they were bold. But my friend Orengo, my friend Omogeni, my friend Wetangula, despite pointing out major problems with BBI, they were intimidated, they were coerced, and later on changed their position when it came to voting. But the Hansard can support my position that indeed they raise deep issues which were only echoed by myself in my letter and the court. And the issues, I don't want to restate them, but we all know that number one of the most important issues, and I'm now discussing the judgment, is the issue whether BBI is a popular initiative or not. Kenya is not the first country to establish in its constitution two methods of amending the constitution, what we call popular initiative method and a parliamentary initiative method. Popular initiative methods refers to an initiative commenced by the ordinary citizens who are not part of the government, who are not the ruling elite, which process is not state funded. Switzerland has the same procedure. Places like Croatia. In Slovenia, popular initiative can only be done by the wananchi and the opposition. So please, this is law. Take a comparative analysis and you will realize that it is only in Kenya where we had a situation where the executive was trying to use the popular initiative route. No other comparative case can you find a government using what we call popular initiative, a state-led initiative. No way. It is set that way deliberately so that wananchi who don't have money or who are busy doing other things, they can only proceed to change the constitution if they feel so much aggrieved by its contents that they devote their time and resources to change the constitution. Kenyan history, proper popular initiative process to change this constitution, only 2 initiatives measure up to that criteria. That is the original called initiative, I don't know where it went, it died, and what we call Punguza Mzigo. Those are the only pure popular initiatives we had in this country. But where you find the executive is using its power, its money, to amend the constitution, that is erroneous, legally and from a constitutional theory point of view. And it is important why you have to put that distinction, because constitutionally, those of us who are in leadership position, those of us who are in government, we differ completely with the ordinary mwananchi. Mama mboga, boda man, the farmer man, they are distinct constitutionally and legally with a president, a former prime minister who heads a major political party, a deputy president, or a politician in parliament. They differ because why? The president is the chief executive of this republic. He wields a lot of power. He is so powerful. So those of us in governments are usually called constituted power from a constitutional theory point of view. The wananchi are called the constituent power. The constituent power, the power to establish a constitution, reposes with the wananchi, and they can use the popular initiative to change and amend a constitution. But those of us who are in government, we are called the constituted power. We don't have that power. We use parliamentary initiative to change a constitution if we have to. One issue I had raised and even discussed with a person when I was a chief whip. When I wrote my letter, I discussed this issue with a person who was very close to the presidency. I told him it is important that we consider the issue of multiple choice referendum proposal. Then he told me, no, you are championing a Tanga course. I said, no, that doesn't matter. Even in my letter, I raised that issue. I say, no, please, multiple choice referendum proposal is a very rational and legal idea. Then it was dismissed. Now it has been vindicated by the court. Of course, personally also, there were other issues that we needed to check at the BBI. The issue of the cost, the 20 billion shillings that the mwananchi is going to pay as extra taxes. We need also to take into account, is it a good idea to...
Crossing over to the